Hey everybody, Subby over here at the Weather Center. So we closed down the shop early so I can head over here to the courthouse. We do have, as you can see in the upper right hand corner, a newly issued tornado watch for St. Clair County. Now right now that is the only watch that we have here in West Central Missouri right now. It was issued from the Springfield National Weather Service office. We do have a couple of stronger cells that are up a little bit further into Bates County. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. As you can see right here, this is where the tornado warning that had just been allowed to expire, that is, let me check here. So they had allowed this to go ahead and expire, and I'm not seeing really anything too concerning. A little bit of broad rotation up here near Greenfield. Now we'll put this back, let's put this back into motion here, and notice that these cells right in here are moving to the northeast, and of course you see where that tornado warning was. It is going to be heading up in the direction of Humansville, St. Clair County, Wablo, Hermitage, and here over the next 35-40 minutes. Now we have more storms that are coming into Bates County right now. Right now it's not warned. I am keeping a kind of a close eye on this. This is not a big tornado producing day. The reason we have a stalled out front that's nearby, as you guys have stepped outside, we have more than enough energy out there for these storms today. So any cell that can interact with an outflow boundary or with that front can cause it to spin. Little spin ups is possible today with these cells. So that's why it's not a big severe risk day. We're not under a watch except for St. Clair County. But again, if any of these little cells should happen to interact with any of the outflow boundaries or the front, we could see maybe another severe thunderstorm warning or possible tornado warning for a small spin up here in west central Missouri. So I thought I would just go ahead and go live. We're going to keep eye on these storms here for a little bit. Notice that this tornado watch is only for 4 hours. Typically, they like to extend it out a couple hours after the storm passed through. So they kind of give them a little bit of leeway to dismiss the tornado watch a little early. So with this only being a 4-hour watch, it's not going to last very long. I have a feeling a couple hours, and the threat for any tornadoes down in St. Clair County, Hickory County, down towards Stockton Lake will probably be out of the area by then. But nonetheless, we're going to keep a close eye on these cells here in west central Missouri, especially this cell in Bates County, right over Butler right now, maybe producing some pea-sized hail. And then we also have a little cell over Montrose right now that is going to be heading up across 7 Highway in between Clinton and Urick here over the next few minutes. But again, I want to stress this is not a big severe weather making day. We kind of knew that today and tomorrow we had a shot to see some stronger thunderstorms, maybe borderline. But as juicy as what it is outside, and if they start to interact with any of these fronts to make them rotate just a little bit, we could see a couple of very brief spin-ups today. The Storm Prediction Center in the yellow shaded areas where that tornado watch is in effect for the next 4 hours. And of course, we do not no longer have that tornado warning down to the south. It has been allowed to expire. We have been upgraded in St. Clair County, parts of Vernon County, into that level 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe weather for today. The rest of our area, we're in a level 1 marginal risk to see a severe thunderstorm around west central Missouri. But several storms have popped up here over the last hour or two, so we want to keep a close eye on this as we continue through the afternoon. We do have Team Havoc. They are out and about, and you can see them. Let's say they're right back over there where you see my finger. That is Team Havoc. Andy and the team are out there for Midwest Mezzo. And I'm gonna find out exactly where those guys are at. I'd say they are probably down toward that tornado warning. See if I can find Team Havoc here. I don't see them right now, so I believe they're down around the Humansville area. I think they're down, maybe heading down. They're not going down 13, but they're down around in this area. Probably going to try to head off this storm that's going to be coming up through Stockton Lake here over the next 30 minutes or so. These cells are moving, I think, at a pretty good clip here, about 40 miles per hour. So let's go ahead and put a timestamp on this. So fair play in about 35 minutes. Lewisburg 1.4 hours. Urbana 1.4 hours. So mainly rule for this storm track. Let's try another storm track here. Stockton 19 minutes. Humansville 46. Cross Timbers about 1.5 hours. If it continues the same path and rate of speed. Jump over here to chat here for a minute. And keep in mind too, next week, guys, next week we're going to be hot. By the end of the week, we could be pushing heat indexes up near over 100 degrees next week. So, kind of similar to what the LRC painted here several months ago. A very, very hot June, July, and August, and we are definitely going to be feeling that heat as we go into next week. As of right now, I don't think so, Kaylee, as far as them extending the tornado watch. I haven't heard any mumbling from the National Weather Service out of Pleasant Hill. And of course, this one here that's current, this is mainly put out by the Springfield National Weather Service office. So I haven't heard any mumbling from Kansas City as far as maybe in conjunction. And again, this is a very short-lived tornado watch. There are some outflow boundaries down here in southwest Missouri, and again, if any one of these little very robust thunderstorms should happen to interact with an outflow boundary to create a little bit of vorticity, we could see a little spin up in this yellow boxed area here under the tornado watch, maybe for the next couple hours or so. But I don't think those storms are going to get that severe up here in west central Missouri, a little bit further north. But again, we're going to continue to monitor, and remember, these things are kind of going kind of at a northeast. Some of these cells are even moving due north. So again, this was all put into play by a cutoff low down in Oklahoma that is moving out. So we have several different ways that a thunderstorm can interact with the atmosphere to maybe cause a little bit of a spin up today. But again, brief heavy rains. We had one here in Clinton about 2 hours ago. Man, you could even see across the street. So very brief heavy rains can be expected with any of these thunderstorms. Not seeing a whole lot of lightning except for that cell down near Stockton right now. But again, these are going to be pretty powerful little cells. And of course, with any of these stronger thunderstorms, you have that chance of seeing a downburst wind potential, maybe to 50, 55 miles per hour, kind of like a microburst, except very small impacted area. So we'll be watching for that as well. We do have Catherine Brock and her team. They're actually watching the cell over here near Butler. They got their eyes on this cell here. I don't see their ping. There they are. So they're down here just south of Rich Hill is where they are at currently, watching that cell to their north. But again, brief heavy rains, a little bit of lightning, maybe some small pea-sized hail with these cells here. I mainly came on to do a video update here, mainly for this little complex down here near Stockton. It had already produced a tornado warning. It's unconfirmed, but there was enough spin where they issued a tornado warning. So with St. Clair County, and really pretty much all of Hickory County too, kind of in our west central Missouri area, I want to kind of watch these cells as they continue to develop this afternoon. No hail right now, Melissa. Not a whole lot of hail associated with these cells. We'll switch over to vertical integrated liquid. This kind of measures the mass of the raindrops or potential hail that's way up above our heads, and I'm not seeing anything here in west central Missouri showing any strong hail cores. So hail is not a real big threat. Maybe some strong straight line wind gusts caused by a downburst, and the possibility of a little spin up if these cells can actually interact with an outflow boundary or the front. But nobody else here in west central Missouri is under any kind of watch right now, guys. And again, mainly watching this cell down here near Stockton. We've got a strong thunderstorm over just to the east of Butler. We're keeping a close eye on. But, you know, as of right now, we're not under any kind of watch. Just St. Clair County was put under a tornado watch for the next 4 hours by the Springfield National Weather Service, mainly because of this little complex down here by Stockton. Let's take a minute here and let's listen in. D.S. Smith, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. And again, if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And that's it's free, and you'll get notified anytime that I go live. So definitely make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like the video. That helps with the algorithm to get this information out to more and more people. Let's listen, see if I'm going to let Andy know that we're going to be buzzing in on his live stream here.
Everybody, I just got a notification from Subby saying we are live on his stream. Just want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for jumping in. We are currently about 30 minutes southwest of Collins, Missouri right now on 245, and we just got some decent pictures and video of this shelf cloud that's to our southwest right now. It was? Do what? You're good. It was tornado warned a little bit ago, but it has dropped. It's kind of turning into more of a windbag, but it's kind of tough to see.
Like a layer on it.
Oh, we tried. You get the gist.
There's cloud in there somewhere.
Yeah. So for anybody on Subbies watching, we did not plan on chasing today at all. It was kind of a sneaky threat that upgraded to 5 to 9% tornado risk, and I got a hold of Isaac and Zach and said, you know what, let's go chase. Isaac was kind of giving me some pointers last night on what could happen, and it was looking really, really promising today. And we did already have a tornado warning, so we've got a tornado watch out. Anybody watching Subby already knows because he's probably already filled you in, but we've got a tornado watch out till 7 o'clock tonight. So really a pretty early dismissal than what we are used to. Especially the last 2 chases, we didn't get home till 3 a.m. So it's going to be nice getting home early, and it's nice chasing around home too. So we'll see what we can get. That's a good shot.
All right, so of course you heard Andy. They are down near the Collins area on 13. They're going to be coming up here. They're right in this area. I do not have their ping anymore here on the map, but they are going to be looking at this cell here in Stockton. And again, you know, guys, we've got a couple little cells out here. One in Bates and southern Cass County. Another one over Uric Creighton producing some lightning. So again, you want to kind of prepare, even though not under a watch. But no, there's going to be some pretty beefy little storms that's going to be moving into your area, and that you could lose power. So make sure that you're prepared for that. Make sure you have batteries in your weather radio. Make sure those are good. They take 3 AA batteries. Make sure those are good and fresh. And again, we're not expecting a whole lot up here in west central Missouri this afternoon. There is a tornado watch mainly for this complex down that we just talked about in Stockton. It is moving to the northeast. It will be moving into parts of St. Clair County and Benton County. Benton County, you're not under any kind of watch right now, but again, you'll probably be watching this complex of storms over the next hour or so as it moves on up to the northeast. So let's go ahead and take another timestamp on this. It is moving a little bit more northerly than what it was last time. So let's just go ahead and put that in there. Collins, 34 minutes. Osceola, 48 minutes. Warsaw, hour and a half. Leesville, hour and a half. And Lincoln, a little over an hour and a half. So again, this is going to be for this complex down here near Stockton. It has had a history of producing a tornado warning. Nothing confirmed out of it, but it is interacting on a couple outflow boundaries that gives it at certain times a little bit of spin. So this is one that we are watching down here. And of course, we'll be watching all of these cells as they continue to move off to the northeast into parts of west central Missouri. Take a look at the velocity. Couple small areas of rotation. One over Umberview Heights is the name of that, and also up here coming across 32 Highway just to the west of Stockton. You know, they're not very impressive right now, but again, we'll see if there's any more rotation that can be generated by going over this outflow boundary stretched across that area. Not seeing any other way of much rotation here. You know, some very broad rotation south of Blairstown, just north of Uric. Nothing in Bates County right now, just some very broad rotation here. So nothing too concerning with these cells up here in Henry, Bates, coming into Johnson County for the short term. Hey, Trenton, glad to see you from Springfield. Yeah, it does. It's really sticky out there, Emily. Really sticky out there. Lots of energy for these storms. Power off and on in Stockton, Whitney says. So yeah, and again, that's going to be another threat that we're going to have to watch. Is going to be some power outages. There is some lightning associated, a lot of lightning associated with this Stockton storm. Yeah, Springfield is getting a pretty good little thunderstorm that's going to be coming in to your area as well. Not seeing much of the way of rotation, so to speak. Probably be watching this little area down here just west of Elwood. That looked like maybe about the only area of rotation with this cell. So be watching that maybe for a little bit of... we got a new tornado warning, guys. New tornado warning. This is going to be for Osceola. We have a new tornado warning, guys. We have a new tornado warning now for, let's read it together. Western Hickory, Eastern Cedar, Northwestern Polk, Southeastern St. Clair County in west central Missouri. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Stockton, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So we definitely have another tornado warning with this cell right now. It's going to be moving up. It's right over Stockton. It is right over Stockton. If you are in this polygon, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. That includes Stockton, Humansville, Wablo, Collins, Gerster, Osceola, Vista, Wheatland, and up to Atro-Bartle Scout Reservation. Let's go ahead and take a look at velocity. So, okay, so they are, that was that little area rotation that we was watching just moments ago. It's very weak. It is very weak, but we are, they are showing enough rotation there to go ahead and issue a tornado warning. This is radar confirmed right now. Let me go back up to our, see if we see anything better. Not really. That's our area of rotation right over Stockton right now. Not seeing much of the way of any coalition coefficient debris signature. Basically, this radar is going to take a look at the shapes up above our heads into the clouds. So raindrops have a pretty uniform look. It is looking for anything that is odd size, maybe like a roof shingle, a tree branch, anything that's suspended, and that would indicate that a tornado is on the ground. We are not seeing that with this right now. Just an area of weak circulation. And again, these are not going to be big, powerful tornadoes today, guys. These are going to be little spin-ups. So that's the good news. So you've got plenty of time if you're in Osceola, Wablo, Humansville, Stockton, Collins. You know, you guys need to be in your tornado safe spot. Go to the lowest portion of your home, preferably a basement. If you don't have a basement, go to the center part of your home without any windows. Go in there, make sure you cover your head. 90% of all injuries in a tornado is from flying debris. So you want to protect your head. Tornado warning is into effect for southeast St. Clair County. This is not including Appleton City, Montrose, nobody else. If you're in this polygon, you look on the screen. If you're in this polygon stretching from Osceola down to Stockton, to Humansville, up through Wablo, and up to Atro-Bartle Scout Reservation, including Wheatland, you're in the path of this cell. Now, kind of branching out away a little bit. And again, we've got a couple thunderstorms up there between Harrisonville and Archie. Also, Urick, Creighton, Blairstown. Right now, no rotation or anything associated with that. You guys are not under any kind of watch. But we do have, again, a strong cluster of thunderstorms down over Stockton, moving to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. They just enough rotation where they went ahead and issued a tornado warning to be safe for southeast St. Clair County, as well as part of Hickory County that includes Wablo, and then down towards Stockton. Using another software here. It's very weak rotation, but enough right here to for the National Weather Service to go ahead and issue that tornado warning. And again, Kaplinger Mills, Humansville, Wablo, Collins, Gerster, Vista, Osceola, Quincy, Wheatland. You guys are all in the path of this cell moving up in your direction. To check them for the latest information here from the National Weather Service. There's no confirmation on this. Right down, let's see here. This is going to be right down here on the left-hand side down. That is Team Havoc. Looks like they are just east of this tornado warned storm. So they are just east of that center of circulation. That is where Team Havoc is sitting at right now. Likely they are moving. I have a feeling they're probably moving north. Hopefully jumping on 13 and try to get out ahead of this thing. So some of us, we are under a flash flood watch through 1 p.m. tomorrow, and that's going to include Henry, St. Clair, Johnson, Pettis, Benton, and Hickory County, and Vernon County. So again, flash flood watch through 1 p.m. tomorrow. Michaela, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you. We could pick up anywhere between 1 to 1.5 inches of rain with these cells that are coming up. So St. Clair County is getting all the action right now here in West Central Missouri. They have up in the upper right hand corner, you see the current West Central Missouri counties that are under an alert right now. St. Clair County is under a tornado watch for about the next 3 hours or so. They are also under a tornado warning right now for southeast St. Clair County. That's going to include Osceola, Vista, Collins, Humansville, Wablo, and Stockton. Let's go ahead and switch over and see where that area of rotation looks like. It's still over just to the north of Stockton, heading almost directly right up to Collins and 13 Highway. There's also an area of very strong winds here just to the southeast of El Dorado Springs right now. That's probably 60-65 mile per hour winds. Let's see, it looks like right around 55. So some pretty gusty winds here just on the southeast of El Dorado Springs as well. So we'll be watching this area down here over the next few minutes. Again, up to the north, I'm not forgetting everybody here. You know, we are looking at a thunderstorm here near Harrisonville. We also have another cell here at Blairstown. And again, right now they are just producing very, very heavy rains, very brief, but very heavy rains. A little bit of lightning. There's no hail to speak of out of here, but it's going to look a lot worse than what it really is because you're not going to be able to see across the road. We are so humid out there that it is just dumping copious amount of rain very, very quickly for short amount of times. We still have this going on down here in, it had not made it to the St. Clair County line yet. It is making its way past Stockton. So if you are in the town of Stockton, you guys are south of this possible tornado producing cell. Looks like it is just up near Claude. Those in the area will know where this is. This is along N Highway and going to be crossing St. Clair County line east of J. Mainly in rural area, and then it's gonna continue on up toward 54 Highway in between Hardyville and Collins. David, thank you very much for that super chat. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that very, very much. Hi, Jimmy. Osceola, you guys are under a tornado warning right now. You need to be in your tornado safe spot. Osceola is included in this tornado warning right now. Osceola, you have about 20 minutes before the center of this circulation producing a tornado warning is up in your area. So again, we've got right down by this cell, we have Team Havoc. They are right on 13 now, and they are coming up awfully close to that center of rotation. You can see them down here at the bottom of the screen. And they are coming up on this area of rotation. Wow, look at that photo from Team Havoc right now. And that very well could be a downburst type scenario. When you have a cell that finally kind of reach its peak and you have all that rain suspended up above you, and it cannot be held by the updraft no more and it falls. Once it hits the ground, it has nowhere else to go except out. And that's when you can get those very strong straight line winds coming out from that downburst. Very, very ugly looking storm down there from Team Havoc. Yes, Ico Dave. Absolutely. Larry City right now is outside of the warning polygon for right now. Osceola, Wablo, Collins, Vista, along 54 Highway from Hardyville to Collins. Topper, Tracy, Gerster, you guys need to be in your tornado safe spot right now. And we're watching Team Havoc down there at the bottom of your screen. We've got a very impressive video of them live right now on 13 Highway. They are right here. This is Team Havoc right here on 13. They are coming up toward Humansville into the tornado polygon of the warning. And they've got a very good visual of this cell. Very impressive. Stockton, you guys are still in the polygon. So you want to give it maybe just a few more minutes, but the worst is now to your northeast. Very impressive video being shot live from Team Havoc. That is what you're watching just below this. Nader Boys is actually with them today. So we will not have Nader Boys right now, but we do have Team Havoc. Very impressive mothership, high precipitation thunderstorm that they are coming up into. Now, you have to be careful on this, and again, they're going to have to be careful because once they punch through that extremely heavy rain, maybe some small hail, that's where the circulation is at. That's what makes storm chasing so dangerous, is the fact that you can't see what's on the other side of that rain shaft. And again, I'm not leaving out everybody from the north. We do have a couple other thunderstorms going on over Harrisonville, over Blairstown. Neither one of them showing any kind of rotation. It's just good old-fashioned late spring thunderstorms. Okay, so we are keeping a close eye on that right now. But we're definitely keeping a very close eye on this rain wrap circulation right now that is coming across the state line. I'm sorry, coming across the county line, so to speak. So they have updated that tornado warning. So at 3:38, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over Humansville, 12 miles northeast of Stockton, moving north at 40. So Truman Lake, Humansville, Osceola, Wablo, Wheatland, Collins, Vista, Gerster, Quincy, and Harper. You guys are all in that polygon right now. You guys need to be remaining into your tornado safe spot. Okay, guys? You need to stay in that. There's nothing confirmed right now. This is radar indicated rotation. But we need to respect the polygon. We need to be in our tornado safe spot. So El Dorado Springs, you guys are getting also another very strong cell moving through you. A lot of lightning associated with it. This is going to be heading up toward Shell City, Rockville, Appleton City. It is not warned, but just a strong thunderstorm right now. Hi, Greg. Well, and I tell you, there's you guys been outside. We have dew points into the 70s. Very, very muggy conditions. A lot of energy. There is a stalled front that is kind of draped over Kansas. It came up from Oklahoma. It's a low pressure system, a cutoff low. Never know where those cutoff lows are going to go. That's why they call it a cutoff low with a weatherman's woe. We knew there was going to be thunderstorms today. There's several outflow boundaries stretched across really southwest Missouri. From the leftover rain showers, thunder showers here over the last 12, 18 hours. So any of these cells that can interact with one of those outflow boundaries has that potential to add a little vorticity to it for a spin-up type tornado. Yeah, you are safe in Stockton for now. The cell is to your northeast now at Stockton. So again, there's not a lot of rotation with this particular cell, guys. So it's radar indicated. I'm not seeing anything that is showing there's a tornado on the ground. Okay, but there's just enough circulation there that the National Weather Service is going to go ahead and put that tornado warning out for you. And again, it could spin one up very, very quickly. So we need to continue to respect the polygon. So, Team Havoc, they are centered here at Humansville. They are looking behind that cell. So they're looking behind it, looking into it right now. Where the area of rotation is likely well to their north right now. They're not going to be able to see much at that location. Macy, you know better than be watching Twister when we got severe weather going on out there. Climax Springs and Edwards, you guys will likely stay to the east of this cell. The cell is mainly moving to the northeast, and again, it's a very strong thunderstorm right now. There is some very weak rotation associated with it. The same cells had a history of producing a tornado warning back near Lockwood, and I'm looking at a pretty good picture of potential circulation that hit the ground near Lockwood. That was actually taken by citizens there at Lockwood. That's been shared by EMS of Cedar County. Don't have permission to show that picture, so I'm not going to show you. But again, this is the same cell moving up. It's had the history of showing some signs of rotation, and it's going to be coming up. It is crossed into the St. Clair County line now. So we also have another cell over here to the west of there, Roscoe, El Dorado, along H and 82. This is not warned, but it is a very strong cell just to the west there. We've got a couple cells still ongoing up here in far southwest Johnson County, near Blairstown. Holden be moving up towards Centerview and Warrensburg. Also another cell right over Harrisonville, but these are just good old-fashioned late springtime thunderstorms. Yeah, Greg, a lot of them are up there in Canada. They've been having, about the last 2 days, they've been having a lot of severe weather up there. Yeah, Scout Camp is right on the line, Deb. So, Atro Bartle Scout Reservation, they're right on that line of this. And it looks like this is kind of taking kind of dead aim at Atro Bartle, at least the thunderstorm portion of it will. So they're going to get probably here the next few minutes a lot of cloud to ground lightning, very, very heavy rain for a short amount of time. We'll see if they extend that tornado warning a little bit further to the north and east into parts of Benton County, and but right now it's not very impressive as far as the velocity goes. But again, this has a history of just kind of resurging as it works along an outflow boundary. So definitely need to be respecting the polygon. Atro Bartle Scout Reservation is right here in just southwest of Iconium. They are just out of the polygon right now, but it's close enough to the line I would include them in this. So they hopefully they're taking their precautions. They're close enough to this. They have storm shelters underneath designated dining halls at the camps throughout Atro Bartle. So what that was actually done a few years back to protect scouts as they are down in camp right now. So they're going to be protected down there at the at scout camp. Brandon, you're in Cozumel. Well, I mean, you either have to worry about drug cartels or tornadoes. Which one, man? Which one? So those of you down in Springfield area, you got some pretty strong storms out to your west that is going to be just skirting by on the west side, mainly up toward Willard, Ash Grove, along I-44. Just a brief recap, of course, up the upper right-hand corner, the West Central Missouri, we have 2 active alerts right now. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible tag. So let's go ahead and recap. We've got another 20 minutes left on the tornado warning for southeast St. Clair County. Include Osceola, Vista, Gerster, Wablo, Collins. Up through Wheatland along Highway 82. That's going to be from Osceola to Harper. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to include northwestern St. Clair County in west central Missouri. At 3:39, a severe thunderstorm was located 9 miles southeast of Appleton City, 14 miles north of El Dorado Springs, moving north at 40. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible. That's Appleton City, Lowry City, Roscoe, Taborville, Monegal Springs, and Johnson City. So, again, remain alert for a possible tornado. Alright, so this has a tornado possible tag on this. Whenever there's tornado possible tag, you guys know my rule of thumb. You go ahead, take your tornado precautions, go down to the basement, watch a movie for 45 minutes. Let this get past you. You know, better safe than sorry. I'm not a big fan of a tornado possible tag that they put on these severe thunderstorm warnings, but I go ahead and treat them like a regular tornado warning. So, again, severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag for the next 1 hour includes Appleton City, Lowry City, along A Highway from Appleton to Lowry City, from B Highway from Rockville to Osceola. Good news, they did go ahead and drop that tornado warning a little bit early for southeastern St. Clair County. So the tornado warning is no longer active for southeast St. Clair County. Now we just kind of a handoff. Now we're moving a little bit to the northwest. Now we have a severe thunderstorm warning for this area now. Iko Dave, thank you so much for that super chat, man. I appreciate that. You guys are always awesome. Support the channel. I appreciate that. But don't let your guard down. If you're down around Vista, Osceola, Wablo, there's no warning right now for this particular cell, but it's still a very robust thunderstorm. So don't let your guard down here. Make sure that you're staying weather aware along with this, okay? And again, that was, if you guys remember, that was that little area of stronger winds that we were watching over by Rockville. And again, it's very, very broad rotation right here, guys. So, you know, some strong 60-mile-per-hour winds is possible as it's coming across B Highway right now. B Highway runs from Rockville to Osceola. There are some very strong winds right now, but the rotation is very, very weak. But again, a minute and a half later, when the radar refreshes, we could see a little bit of a brief uptick in this. So again, that's something we're keeping a very close eye on. Like we lost Team Havoc. Hopefully we'll get them back here in just a moment. They are still down here. Updated 2 minutes ago. They're north of Collins. Probably heading back up to the north toward Osceola. We have a cell up here in Johnson County near Holden. It's going to be moving up towards Centerview and Warrensburg here over the next 20 minutes or so. Brief heavy rains, a lot of cloud to ground lightning, but right now it is not warned, just good old-fashioned summertime thunderstorm. We have a couple other smaller cells in Henry County, one just northwest of Clinton. We also have one over here in Sedalia, but again, these are just good old-fashioned springtime thunderstorms. Very brief, heavy rains, and that's about it. These cells down here a little further to the south, they've been packing a punch. We have just one warning here in west central Missouri, and that's going to be for the northwest quarter of St. Clair County. Includes Appleton City, Larry City, Roscoe, along B Highway from Rockville to Osceola, and A Highway from Appleton City to Larry City, and all the area in between. So a very weak rotation associated with this, but again, it is a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds with a tornado possible tag. So again, preaching to the choir here, whenever you have that tornado possible tag, why not just go to your tornado safe spot? This will probably be over here in about 20-25 minutes. It will be past you, and then you can go about your day. So Iconium, this thing is going to be heading up toward Iconium, Atro Bartle Scout Reservation. It does not have a warning tag on it anymore, but this is still a very robust, beefy thunderstorm that's going to be impacting Atro Bartle, Iconium, and parts of 83 Highway, mainly from Bentonville, which is in Benton County, and Quincy on 83, Harper, of course, Iconium, and Atro Bartle Scout Reservation. Hi, Stephanie. No, not from Sedalia to Clinton. There's a cell just to the northeast of Sedalia proper right now. But right now, your drive from Sedalia to Clinton looks in good shape. So right now we don't have to. We really don't have a whole lot that I'm seeing that we're really concerned about. If we put this over on velocity radar, we have an area of 40-45 mile per hour winds that are over Johnson City, Lucas Springs, still moving to the northeast. But right now, not seeing much of the way of any kind of rotation. maybe just a brief gust of wind up to maybe 50, 55 mile per hour right now. We still have another 39 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. So again, respect the polygon, stay in your tornado safe spot because there's a tornado possible tag, probably for the next 20 minutes or so, and this will be past you. So right now, Osceola, you guys are looking in decent shape right now. I'll go back over to regular radar. You're kind of in between the two cells right now in Osceola. The heaviest part of the cell is over Vista, Gerster right now, coming up on 82 Highway toward Harper. And then it's going to be coming up toward just south of the Atro Bartle Scout Reservation right now. Torrential rainfall for very short amount of time. It's definitely going to reduce visibilities if you're out driving. I have a feeling visibility between Topper and Osceola on 13 is probably down to less than a couple hundred feet. So this is a cell that we're going to be watching very closely. And again, we have National Weather Service out of Springfield issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Still have about 35 minutes left on it. This is going to be up here in northwest St. Clair County. It is going to be moving into southern Henry County here within the next 15-20 minutes. There's a pretty good pocket of winds. I don't know if it's quite up to 50, 60 mile per hour. It has weakened somewhat here over the last 10 minutes, but nonetheless, we're going to be watching this very closely. The low level parameters, lower level, is still slightly favorable for a brief spin up as it goes into Henry County. So again, we're going to be watching this very closely here over the next 20 minutes or so as it comes into Henry County. For the possibility of seeing any additional warnings into west central Missouri. Now, granted, Henry County, as well as Benton County, Bates County, the rest of west central Missouri is not under any kind of watch right now. Actually, we are under a tornado watch for St. Clair County only here in west central Missouri, as well as Hickory County as well. So, you know, we're watching this very closely. This is the strongest cell out there right now that is ongoing. There are some very robust thunderstorms. This one over here in eastern St. Clair County is going to be moving into Hickory and into Benton County. It has a history of producing some strong straight line winds and a couple tornado warnings for some very weak rotation associated with it. So there's nothing warned for this little cluster right now, but we are going to continue to watch that too as it goes into Benton County. Warrensburg's is going to be getting a pretty good little thunderstorm too up here just east of Holden near Centerview. And it's going to be affecting the west side of Warrensburg. Maybe even some small pea-sized hail associated with it. Chilhowie, you're getting a very heavy rain shower right now over Chilhowie. But again, the strongest two cells right now we're watching is going to be here just to the east of Osceola, one coming through Appleton City, Lowry City, going to be moving up into Henry County. We also have a strong storm out here in eastern Benton County. This is going to be just east of Lakeview Heights over Zora and moving on over toward the Versailles area in Morgan County. Greg, thank you, buddy. Thank you for that super chat. Wow, Aiko. Went from calm and 81 to 68 in about 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so they went ahead and issued severe thunderstorm warning, guys. This is going to include Clinton. It's going to include most of Henry County. You will likely hear my weather radio go off in the background, but again, new severe thunderstorm warning is going to be popping up here on your screen here over radar momentarily. We do have a tornado possible tag. So again, we have a tornado possible tag for Henry County. Severe thunderstorm located near Appleton City, 17 miles southwest of Clinton, moving north at 30 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts. It is radar indicated. So Clinton, Uric.
If you got a copy, we got our stream back up. Got a pretty good
Clinton, Uric, Deepwater, Montrose, Brownington, Hartwell, Ladue, and Truman Lake. So remain alert for possible tornado. Now this is just now coming into Henry County right now, guys. So bear with me 1 second here. I am going to make sure Henry County. Alright guys, so again, with this cell that's moving into Henry County, they did issue a severe thunderstorm warning for basically the western 2/3 of Henry County. Includes Uric, Creighton, Clinton, Deepwater, Montrose for this cell right here. And one of the big reasons these storms are moving to the north, we have behind this, let me switch screens here. So behind this, I am going to put my draw map on here. What we've been seeing is a kind of what they call a rear inflow jet. Okay, it's basically winds that are pushing up against the cell that can sometimes create a little meadow vortice. Okay, so that's what they're concerned about. What I'm seeing right now is this little area right here. Okay, now the darker colors, the reds, are going to be it's going to be wind going away from Pleasant Hill. The greens, the cool colors, are going toward Pleasant Hill. And notice how we have a little bit of a wraparound right here. Now, it's very, very broad, but it's definitely something we're keeping a very close eye on right in this area where we have that rear inflow jet pushing those winds up into the storm. So this is going to be between Montrose and Deepwater Brownington along 52 Highway as the cell crosses into Henry County. So that's what we're watching with this cell right now. I am just going to go ahead and keep this on momentarily, just to where I have a good view. Not seeing really a whole lot here with my other software. A couple small little areas of rotation. Not a lot to be concerned about with this right now, other than very strong straight line wind, possibly up to 60 miles per hour. But again, tornado possible tag. You guys know I'm going to tell you, take your tornado precautions. Go to your basement, hang out there for a half hour, watch a movie, go to your tornado safe spot. Then that way, if there is a little bit of a spin up, at least you're already going to be in your tornado safe spot. So again, kind of reiterate, I'm not a big fan of this tornado possible tag. It's very broad, but again, respect the polygon, respect the wording, and we'll keep an eye on this cell as it moves into Henry County. And it doesn't look all that impressive when you go to regular radar. Looks like we got Team Havoc. They are up and back live again now. We got Catherine Brock. She's moving north. She is on 13 Highway. She is moving north of this little cell coming into Henry County. Alright, so they did go ahead and put out a new severe thunderstorm warning, guys. This is going to be a very large one for this cell that's over Atro Bartle. And again, tornado possible tag. So this is going to be a very large tornado possible tag, severe thunderstorm warning with 60 mile per hour winds possible. Let's go ahead and read this. It will come across your screen here in a minute as well. This is going to be for northwestern Hickory County, northwestern Benton County, northeastern St. Clair County, in west central Missouri. Severe thunderstorm located 10 miles east of Lowry City, 11 miles southwest of Warsaw, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. So Truman Lake, Truman State Park, Warsaw, Lincoln, Colcamp, Osceola, Ionia, Palo Pinto, Quincy, Brandon, Harper, Iconium, Racket, Mora, Whitakerville. You guys are all in a path of this cell. So we've got some pretty good pictures here, taken from Nader Boys, who's with Team Havoc. This is from the cell coming into Deepwater right now. I am going to bring this up here to show you guys. We do have a kind of a shelf cloud, as well as kind of a inflow jet that is pushing into that main cell right now. So great picture there. And again, another great picture of a shelf cloud. This is again heading into Henry County and Deepwater. So thank you for sharing those with us, Nader Boys and Team Havoc. So again, we are kind of watching two small areas. This one over here, and this one over here. And again, both of these have a tornado possible tag. Very weak rotation right now, guys. So again, we're watching for any brief spin ups, along with possibility of 60-mile-per-hour winds. Very strong cell moving into Benton County, far northeast Henry County. I'm sorry, far southeast Henry County, up north of Atro Bartle Scout Reservation, up toward Fox Run, ZZ, Mount Zion, Snyder's Corner, and then across over to the western half of Benton County. These are the two areas of very broad rotation that could interact with an outflow boundary, with a rear inflow jet that is pushing these storms to the north, that could cause them to rotate a little bit. So that's what we're keeping a very close eye on. Lowry City right now, Daniel, is actually to the south of the areas of concern right now. Okay, you're still under a severe thunderstorm warning, so still respect the polygon. But again, this is you are to the south of the area of concern in Lowry City and Osceola. Warsaw, Harry S. Truman Reservoir, you guys are about to get hit with some very torrential rainfall, winds possibly up to 60 miles per hour. We're also seeing a little bit of a surge of wind that's pushing up behind this storm into your neck of the woods. Very strong cell coming across 13 Highway right now, right over Deepwater, Brownington area. And again, these are very robust thunderstorms. A lot of lightning with the two cells in Henry and in far northeast St. Clair County. Also, I want to go. I wanted to look at this one up here in Pettis County here, guys. We got a pretty good area rotation up here in Pettis County. So we want to watch this very closely. We've got a lot to look for here in West Central Missouri right now, guys. This is probably going to be just to the north of Sedalia, coming across 65. It's this little area right here. This is Hughesville. Here's 65 Highway, heading up toward, say, Longwood, Teedyville, along 65 Highway between Sedalia and Marshall Junction. If you should happen to be traveling that area, you're going to have to be very weather aware here. It's not under any kind of warning right now. But again, this is a pretty strong mezzo that's going on up here near Hughesville. So keeping a close eye on that as well. Pretty active here in West Central Missouri. So really from Warrensburg over to Pettis County, Benton County, Henry County, everybody needs to be making sure you have a means to be able to get some weather information through the stream, through your phone, through weather radio. So a lot to look for here. Over toward the Harrisonville, Butler, Bates County, Vernon County, everything is good to go right now for you guys. Just some light rain heading in your direction. So starting to see a little bit of rotation down here by Fox Run, Finey. And again, all right, guys, we're going to have a new tornado warning coming out, Pettis County. So that's going to be for this cell here. So there's the new tornado warning. You'll see it come across, take over the screen here on your video. We have a new tornado warning. Northeastern Pettis, South Central Saline, Northwestern Cooper County. Severe thunderstorm capable producing a tornado located 7 miles northeast of Sedalia, moving north at 10 miles per hour. Very, very slow. But again, that's where this rotation is going to be. This is north of Sedalia. North of Sedalia. This polygon does not include the city of Sedalia, nor the city of Lamont, nor Smithton. This is north of you guys, north of 50 Highway, along 65 Highway, up to I-70. So this is going to include Blackwater, Nelson, Hughesville, mainly rural areas, again, between I-70 from just east of Sweet Springs over to Blackwater. I also don't like the way this is looking. Over here south of Leeton, it's picking up a little bit of rotation out here. This is going to be northwest of Calhoun. We've got a little area of rotation right here. This is along 2 Highway, south of Leeton. Right now, the cell coming into Henry County. Strong straight line winds, very broad rotation. And again, these things are popping up pretty quickly. And with that, with them interacting on some of those outflow boundaries left over from earlier today rains, as well as that rear inflow jet pushing those storms to the north, is creating this low-level rotation with any of these cells, guys. So again, south of Leeton, you guys are not in this in a warning right now, but again, this thing is rotating. This is south of Leeton. It is moving on up. This is going to be just to the east of 13 Highway. This is this little area right here. So again, there's not a warning out. You guys aren't in a warning, but I would kind of take this kind of a little bit on the serious side here. Again, these things are spinning up very, very quickly. Let's go ahead and reiterate this a little bit. Let's go back to regular radar. So we do have tornado warning. This is going to be north of Sedalia, north of Smithton, north of Lamont. This is going to be for Hughesville and along 65 Highway, just north of Sedalia, up to I-70. It includes Nelson and Blackwater. We have severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible tag for the next 42 minutes for Henry County. This is going to be for the western 2/3 of Henry County. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible tag for 26 minutes. Includes Warsaw, Lincoln, Colcamp, C Highway from Palo Pinto to Lincoln. So again, this has a tornado possible tag. I'm not seeing really too much of rotation very broadly. So 60-mile-per-hour winds are going to be the biggest threat with those two. I am watching this cell up here near Leeton. It is still continually showing a little bit of rotation here, just south of Leeton. Keeping a very close eye on that. Anybody that lives in Leeton, say Newcastle along 2 Highway, double E, over toward Bryson. The crazy old Bowen ladies, if you're watching right now, you know who you are. Again, you guys aren't under a warning, but you probably need to be taking this pretty seriously here. I'd say we could have a warning come up here into parts of Johnson County and Henry County. There hadn't been any mumblings from National Weather Service or anything on this, but again, there is some rotation showing up here. Those in Clinton, this cell is coming up on the south side. It's going to be torrential rains. It's getting hit there at Sparrowfoot right now, and it's coming in on the south side of Clinton right now. So as far as velocity goes, not a lot of rotation, very broad. Same over here near Warsaw, very broad rotation. But again, torrential rains, very strong wind, possibly up to 60 miles per hour. We still have this tornado warning up here for Pettis County, and this is going to be north of Sedalia, north of Smithton, north of Lamont, but mainly from just north of Sedalia all the way up to the Marshall Junction. Whew, that's been a mouthful. Moscow Mills, you guys are in good shape right now. You're way over east of well east of any of these warnings right now. Looks like that cell kind of split around Warrensburg to the north and to the south. Warrensburg, you're getting some light rain right now. Likely going to turn into more moderate heavy rain here in the next couple of minutes. If kind of zooming back out again, there's a little cell down here by Fort Scott. But for the most part, Cass, Bates, Vernon County, down to Lamar, Carthage, really Stockton Lake, St. Clair County now. You guys are pretty much in the clear for now. There's no impactful storms around you at the present time. So the strongest storm definitely up here, Pettis County, where there's still an ongoing tornado warning that is going to stay north of Sedalia, Lamont, and Smithton. And this is going to go on up toward Nelson and Blackwater and the I-70 corridor between Sweet Springs and Blackwater. We also have this cell down here in Benton County. Looks like majority of this cell now is in Benton County and producing maybe some 60-mile-per-hour winds. Still has a tornado possible tag on it. So we also have the same thing for Henry County. Tornado possible tag, severe thunderstorm warning. And again, go ahead, stay in your tornado safe spot for the next few minutes. Let this cell get past you. We've been watching this cell up here near Leeton. It still has very broad rotation into it. It is not warned. There hadn't been any mumbling, just something that I have seen myself. We'll be keeping a very close eye on this cell here in Johnson County as it continues to move off to the north and northeast. I think I pretty much covered everybody there on that one. Yep, we just talked about Sedalia there. So, yep, I think I just answered everybody's question. Good deal. See where old Team Havoc is sitting. I can't find them. They don't have their beacon on currently. But last that I seen, I think they might even be in. I'm not sure where they're at right now. So they updated the severe thunderstorm warning. They're still gonna They just updated the location a little bit. Still another 34 minutes. Tornado possible tag, severe thunderstorm warning for pretty much the western half of Henry County. This is going to include Urick, Clinton. It's going to include Sparrowfoot access, and looked like the worst of it right now had just come through Clinton. It's going to be moving on up toward Calhoun along 13 Highway up north toward Leeton. And of course, Leeton still has this cell down here. It's likely picking up some of that rain-cooled air from the storm just to its south. If it does merge, it could give it a little bit of a nudge. Again, maybe give it a little bit more spin. Right now, we still have pretty good rotation over here between Newcastle and Leeton. It's still broad, but it's still spinning some. Remember, these green colors that you see right here, those are winds that are going toward National Weather Service in Pleasant Hill. These red, the warm colors, those are winds going away from the radar. So when you get two different directions of winds, you get a little bit of a spin. So again, we're watching this very closely. You are not under any warning right now. Now Clinton is on the back side of this arena. It's on the back side. The worst of it has passed Clinton, the city of Clinton right now. Yeah, northeast Pettis County is still under that tornado warning. Does not include the cities of Sedalia, Lamont, or Smithton right now. So this is going to be for this cell to your north. Looks like it is just about to hit the county line up into the Marshall, Nelson, Arrow Rock area across I-70. So these are going to be big time rain producers, guys. So big time rain producers, flash flood watch in effect. You can get a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. So Lucky, thank you so much for that super sticker, man. I appreciate that. Miss you guys. So just to recap, in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you will see West Central Missouri County's 4 active alerts. We have a tornado warning still for far northeast Pettis County. This includes Hughesville and areas north of Sedalia on 65 up through I-70. This is going to also include Nelson and Blackwater. We have a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag. Another 13 minutes for Henry County. Looked like it's going across Lincoln. Just past Warsaw. Looked like it's been through Warsaw. Coming through Lincoln on up 65. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag for Henry County for the next. We got a new tornado warning, guys. I'm sorry, that was for Pettis County. They just updated this tornado warning. It is radar indicated, and it just shows this is north central Saline, northeastern Pettis, northwestern Cooper counties. So this is going to include Nelson and Blackwater, Interstate 70 between mile markers 73 and 91. Still watching this cell down here in southern Johnson County, near Leeton up to Warrensburg. Watching this one very closely. It is not warned at the present time. Well, I'll tell you what, Barb, I think you're gonna miss the bulk of that. You're gonna miss this part of the cell. It's gonna stay to your north. Highway C rotation. A lot of these cells, guys, when you're looking at them, way up above at, say, when you're looking up at the clouds, you're gonna see some rotation because a lot of these cells are rotating at higher elevations. It's what we're looking at, the lower elevations, the low level rotation is what we're watching out for. Because most of these little cells, even though they don't look all that impressive on radar right now, they're really mini supercells. So they are kind of rotating. We're just seeing if anything has any low level rotation to these cells. Thanks, Amanda. Yeah, Warsaw just about out of it, Phil. So this area right here is in the clear for the time being. Warsaw, Osceola, Lowry City, Appleton City, Deepwater, Clinton, Montrose, Butler, Adrian. There are more storms that are going to likely form that we'll have to keep an eye on. But for right now, things are looking okay in those areas. It's these little clusters. One up here between Warrensburg and Leeton. Another one northern Henry County. Another one central Benton County. And then, of course, we have this cell up here just on the northeast part of Pettis County, still under a tornado warning. Very strong cell right along 50 highway from Sedalia to Smithton right now. It's not warned, but it's still a very, very strong thunderstorm right now, Sedalia to Smithton. All right, thanks for joining. Bye, Lily. Hi, MH. We're gonna have chances for these thunderstorms basically over the next few hours. They're gonna remain isolated. That's one of the reasons why we're not under any kind of watch for the most part. These are gonna be basically very isolated thunderstorms. I think they got a little bit more widespread than they thought. However, it is we're going to see some chances for isolated thunderstorms as we go later on into the early evening hours. Things are going to improve from a severity standpoint. Hi, Clint. Hi, Rebecca. You can shoot that over to me on Subby's Weather Talk Facebook group. Just message me. So this cell over here in Benton County, it is weakening, guys. So that's good news. So is the Henry County one. So this will likely expire here in 7 minutes. There probably will not be another one take its place. So the cell in Benton County is beginning to weaken, as well as the one in Henry County. The one in Johnson County, though, this thing is still putting up a fight. Again, we still have some very broad rotation northeast of Leeton. Very, very heavy rains associated with this. We still have 21 minutes left for this one in Henry County. Not really seeing much of the way of anything to have to worry about with this cell here in Henry County. This one here has weakened somewhat. So again, just probably some very heavy rains along 13 Highway north of Clinton toward Leeton. Visibility very low on the highway. So be watching this cell here in Pettis County. This is over the eastern parts of downtown Sedalia, the business district from downtown and east along 50 over towards Smithton. This thing has kind of intensified here over the last 10 minutes. So again, we'll be keeping a close eye on this for any signs of any rotation. Right now there is no rotation associated with it. It's over, look like the airport right now here, Sedalia Memorial Airport, is where maybe some pea-size hail, very, very heavy rain going on right now from Sedalia all the way over to Smithton on 50 Highway. Now this severe thunderstorm warning for the next 19 minutes for Henry County, that will likely, this cell will move over to Johnson County. If you notice, they have taken that tornado possible tag out of the equation. So again, if you were in your tornado safe spot in Henry County, you can definitely come out of that at this time. There's no tornado threat with this cell in Henry County. The one in Benton County is the exact same way. They have taken that tornado possible tag off of that cell in Benton County. So if you live in Lincoln, Cocamp, along 65, you still have a couple minutes left of that severe thunderstorm warning, but the tornado possible tag has been lifted off of it. The cell up here still ongoing. It's weak rotation up in northeast Pettis County, but it is still ongoing for the next 18 minutes. Now, this cell that it just kind of come through Sedalia along Smithton on 50 highway that's moving to the north, whether or not this is kind of one of those handoff situations in which the northern storm becomes weaker, the southern storm becomes stronger. But this is a very strong thunderstorm that's right along 50 highway between Sedalia and Smithton, moving northeast. So we'll be watching this cell as it comes up into northeast Pettis County as well. Team Havoc has a nice shot there on their stream there. They did. And thank you, Don, for that tip. I do appreciate that. And again, this is going to be probably pretty short-lived, guys, because we're going to have this cell move out of Pettis County. And we're going to have this severe thunderstorm warning for Benton County expire. Very weakened storm. We're also going to have that Henry County severe thunderstorm warning disappear here momentarily. And because of that cell weakening, and then we'll pretty much be in a clear in west central Missouri, at least for the short term. They've got a great visual there. If you're looking down at the bottom of your screen, that's Team Havoc. They're doing a joint chase with Nader Boys today. Let's listen in on them for a moment.
It's getting darker. My lights came on. It is, dude. Hey, is that Sedalia storm up there?
The one on the south side, not the tornado one.
Okay.
About where that phone tower's at, Lincoln, just above it. I feel like you're
Dude, no way.
Is that gonna do it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Look at that. Rotation right here. Okay, yeah, we're looking at some rotations here.
So yeah, we're Nader boys are just about in Windsor, guys, and they're looking at this cell here just in Sedalia, right here, this little hook area right here. So keeping a very close eye on that right now. Let's listen in what they're seeing right now.
Guys, we got a wall cloud right here, 2 hours northeast. We are currently just north of Windsor right now. We've got a wall cloud forming up over there. It's rapid rotation right now.
Right to left, the right side, and then left to right on the left side of that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What cell is that?
I think it's
I don't know about that though.
There you go. Hey, we are live.
Cool. That seemed a little far.
I don't think that's right because this just I think it's
That would make sense.
yeah. It's like it's hot blue. It can't make up where it wants to keep the circulation.
What do you think, head north?
I think head north so we can stick with it.
All right, guys. So that was Nader boys, and again, they're down just north of Windsor right now, and they are looking at this cell up here coming into Sedalia. Now, we're kind of watching. I am seeing a little bit of rotation with this, but I'm not seeing much of the way of low-level rotation with this as it's sweeping by the north side of Sedalia. This is going to be near Georgetown. And again, keeping a close eye on this. The rotation has weakened with this tornado warning for Nelson Blackwater. This is that southern cell that, you know, where we kind of did a little bit of a handoff. The northern storm got weaker, southern storm got a little stronger. So that's why we're kind of watching this area right here. That is what Team Havoc and Nader Boys, they are on this right now. And looks like that might be their beacon. Nope. Is that their beacon? Yeah, that's their beacon. They're on B Highway right now. That is where, let me put the pin in motion here So Nader boys are right here, and they are looking straight up at this cell just to the west of Sedalia, where they seen some rotation. We saw a little bit of rotation on radar, but right now it's not lower level. It's all upper level rotation that we're seeing right now. So we'll keep a close eye on this. National Weather Service did say that we've got 8 minutes left of this tornado warning. Right now, they're not going to extend it right now. But of course, when we got another little area rotation on the southern side, that might change here a little bit. Everybody else right now here in west central Missouri, we've got a strong storm just coming over Warrensburg. Leeton, Windsor, you're getting a thunderstorm right now, but for the most part, down in Benton County, eastern Benton County, we've got some torrential rains, and a lot of lightning, so power outage is possible. But right now, we don't have any other warnings going on here in west central Missouri, with the exception of this ongoing tornado warning for far northeast Pettis County. It is going to expire in about 7 minutes. Yeah, we are seeing, Gunner. We are seeing a little bit of rotation, but it's not on the ground level right now. And again, you have to keep in mind we had a strong rotation up here in northeast Pettis County. It's weakened. The southern storm caught up with it, and now it's pretty much overtaken it. So this tornado warning is about to expire, but that was for the northern cell. So I would not be surprised if they issue something here. Of course, we've got, I'm going to take a screenshot of this from Nader boys. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a little manipulating here. Give me just a second, guys. So I am going to send time that 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 16. Alright guys, so I just want to send a screenshot over to the National Weather Service. It's very, very broad rotation right now. But again, seeing the potential to see some rotation still over here just north of Sedalia. So just wanted to send them a picture. They can do what they want with it, but again, we're just kind of watching out for those up here north of Sedalia, north of Smithton. And again, okay, so they agree. There is some low level velocity has tightened up a little bit with this cell north of Sedalia. They are holding off issuing it right now, but again, would not be surprised if you live along near Hughesville, along 65 highway, again just north of Sedalia, up to I-70. You need to be prepared for possibly another warning to be issued with this. So you can really see it up in the upper elevations. We go to a little bit better tilt, and you can really see that rotation starting to pick back up again. So everybody else right now, guys, we're in pretty good shape. And again, we've got a pretty strong storm that's over there near Green Ridge, heading into Windsor, Green Ridge area. Torrential rains, gusty winds. Same thing for Johnson County, Warrensburg, Knob Noster, Leeton, Chehowee. You guys are getting some brief heavy rains. So again, just be on the lookout and stay weather aware. Eastern Benton County, from Coal Camp down B down to Lakeview Heights, W. And you guys also getting very, very heavy rain right now in that area. It's going to be moving on over toward Morgan County. But the only warnings that we have right now is going to be up there in Pettis County. It looks like tornado warning just expired for Pettis County. But we're going to continue to watch this cell, still showing some signs of rotation. Looks like Team Havoc pulling into Casey's going to get him a little grub and some snacks. So we will see if National Weather Service will issue at least maybe a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag. I'm not sure. We are seeing still some rotation associated with it, maybe even some small hail up to dime size. But we'll keep an eye on this cell in Pettis County for the next few minutes. So thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. And again, we started this live stream with the issuance of a tornado watch for St. Clair County. And we've had actually a pretty active afternoon for not being under a watch from the National Weather Service. And again, the biggest reason is these little thunderstorms we knew were going to pop up today. They are interacting with some leftover boundaries from earlier rains we had today and yesterday around the area. We have a cutoff low pressure system that was down in Oklahoma that's making its way up toward our direction, creating these thunderstorms, and they're interacting with the atmosphere around these outflow boundaries, giving them just a little bit of a twisting motion that is popping up a couple of spin up tornado warnings here in west central Missouri. Oh, April just saw Team Havoc go past the house on B outside of Green Ridge. Yeah, I'd say they're probably at Green Ridge Casey's right now getting some fuel. That rotation up here in Pettis County has weakened quite a bit. That's great news for Pettis County. Absolutely, Laura. So most of the cells in, of course, Henry, Pettis counties, they are definitely, weakening, moving on off to the east into parts of Morgan County. We still have some thunderstorms up here in Johnson County, Warrensburg, Knob Noster, down to Green Ridge. Again, brief heavy rains, a lot of lightning now associated with the bigger cells. So, kind of keep that in the back of your mind, what you're going to do in case there's a power outage. Luckily, we're still daylight out, but again, make sure you have a plan in case you lose electricity. And we have a flash flood warning out here for northeast Pettis County because of this cell that's been up there. Over the two cells basically moved across the same areas over the last hour, dumping a bunch of rainfall. Of course, that's just going to actually intensify the flooding potential for Pettis County. Same thing goes for Johnson County around the Warrensburg, Lamont, Green Ridge area. A lot of rain has fallen there. And St. Clair County has had a lot of rain falling in St. Clair County over the course of the late afternoon. No rotation in Stover. This is just a cluster of just strong thunderstorms, heavy rain, lots of lightning. Nothing to worry about right now with this area down here. This is very, very broad rotation along 135. Nothing imminent right now. There's no warnings out for the Benton County or Stover, Versailles over in the Morgan County area. We don't have any warnings outside of flash flood warnings here in West Central Missouri right now, guys. So, and again, this is not a big setup day today. It's just the fact we knew we was going to have some thunderstorms popping up, and some of them kind of reacted toward the atmosphere along outflow boundaries, and we had a few little spin ups. We haven't had any hail reports. We really hadn't had much of the way of any strong wind reports, I guess in excess of 58 miles per hour. We did have some wind gusts up 40, 45 miles per hour, but we've had a few tornado warnings go out with some of these cells that had some brief spin up as far as what it looked like on radar. We had some low level rotation that caused a couple tornado warnings to be issued here in West Central Missouri. And thank you guys. I know I've gotten notifications of a bunch of pictures and stuff sent in to you guys. That's awesome. I will be sending some of those over toward the National Weather Service way. Alright guys, give me just a moment. I'm going to go use the restroom. I'm going to get me something to wet my whistle, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Got caught up. Our Director of Emergency Management, Mark Harden, came back from vacation and came down here to the basement of the courthouse to check in on me, make sure we're doing okay here. So caught up with him for a minute. Just a kind of a recap right now, guys. So we don't have anything pressing at the moment. I just did a scan with 2 of my softwares on my laptop. The rotation is way up above us right now, so I'm not expecting anything else to come out of these cells for the near term. And I think once we get past the 7-8 o'clock time frame tonight, I think our the severe threat is going to go drastically down. We could still see some more thunderstorms pop up throughout the course of the late afternoon into the evening. Of course, I'll be updating you. I do believe I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here momentarily. I am going to move from this weather center over to our 95.3 KDKD weather studios. I am going to go over there and work on some forecast graphics for tomorrow. So I will be watching these cells here over the next hour or two. I will update on social media if we should happen to see a stronger storm pop up, but I do believe for the most part we're just going to get some torrential rainfalls in Sweet Springs, Lamont, Hughesville, over to Sedalia. You still have another cell out to your west producing some very heavy rains in eastern Johnson County that's going to be moving over. But I think for the most part our threats are over for the time being. I'm not expecting really any more severe weather. And again, we're not expecting this to be a very volatile day or anything like that. We weren't expecting much of the way of severe weather. However, a few of these cells decided to tick up in intensity along the outflow boundaries. Therefore, we had a few severe thunderstorm warnings with tornado possible tags. We had a couple tornado warnings here in west central Missouri, but fortunate for us, it looked like we escaped that. The worst part of it, now looking ahead, I am monitoring for the threat of more severe weather as we go into next weekend. I think beginning late next week into next weekend for the next 10-12 days after that, I do believe we are going to hit into another very active pattern with severe weather. So make sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free, and on top of that, it helps that algorithm get this information and my stream out to more and more people here in west central Missouri. And of course, you'll be notified if you hit that little bell icon. You'll be notified when I go live. So let's go up here. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell so that you get notifications when I go live, and hit that thumbs up. That helps get the word out to more and more people. And again, if you guys are looking for a service that helps warn you when you are in a situation like tonight, when we're not really under a watch, we weren't expecting to get severe weather, and then we get under a warning. If you want to be notified, a great service out there obviously is going to be Weather Call. Weather Call is a service that we provided now for about a year, and I would definitely encourage you guys. You'll get notified on your phones and emails when there's a watch out. If it's a dire emergency warning, such as a tornado warning, 70-mile-per-hour winds, you're going to get a phone call 24/7, 365 days a year. You'll get a phone call from me anytime, and it will be me on the other end, and I'll be telling you what the warning you're under and how to protect yourself. So that is the QR code. You can scan it with your phone. It'll take you right to it. and you can sign up for just a little over $1 a month, $15 a year for that service. So multiple layers, guys, multiple layers save lives. You got to have more than one way to receive weather information. So I definitely encourage you guys to check that out. Weather Call called you tonight. Fantastic. Thank you. And again, great service, guys. And again, a little over $1 a month, and you'll be covered all the way through next storm season if you get signed up right now. So again, a great service for you guys. I encourage you guys to follow that. Again, watch out for those roadways. You're going to have some water ponding on the roadways. We have a flash flood warning for northeast Pettis County. So just be careful if you're out and about tonight, and I'll continue to give you guys an update via social media. So let's see, update for Moscow Mills. You betcha. Let's go over here. Let's get out of the St. Louis. So, and again, right now, you guys aren't under any kind of watches right now. You are going to have these line of storms, some isolated thunderstorms moving into your area here, probably here in a couple hours. Right now, not expecting much of the way of any severe weather for you guys over there at Moscow Mills. So definitely encourage everybody to stay weather aware for the remainder of the night. And of course, you can always depend on me to give you guys updates. We'll go live if we have to later on. I'm not expecting it, but again, we need to stay weather aware through the course of the evening. Everybody have